Seek
Hello,
me out,
everybody.
and the light will
Good
bear
morning.
you to
Hang on.
well.
Sorry, Leandrin's yapping. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you. Where you are, we're here. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was telling the chat. I fully started the countdown. I thought I had started my stream. I went off. I tried to do like 4.5 minutes worth of makeup in a frenzy. I came back. I saw the countdown about to finish. I'm like, just in time. And then I realized I never started the stream. But we ran it now. Kitty Rotten, thank you very much. 5 gift subs, total of 54. Holy smokes, appreciate it. Thank you so much. I feel so special. Greetings, morning, good morning. It's a lovely start. Afternoon. Got the stupid bird yesterday. Woo! Congratulations. Happy stupid bird day. Cacaw, as they say. Today, I want... Actually, you know what I should maybe do before I even do any of this? I was gonna get right into time walking on more alts, and I do need to do that. But perhaps before I forget further, because I said I was gonna do this yesterday and I forgot. I gotta do Rotmire. It could be LFR, it could be normal, it could be heroic. Nobody cares. I just need to do it once so I can get my mount weekly item. And I guess a crack at the toys, although I'm not expecting to get them in a pug. I too am in time walking hell. I want to keep doing 1 dungeon per character because I feel like that's my fastest way to get badges. And I have lots of characters that can do it on. Although, I was a little disheartened. I was lying in bed this morning trying to will myself to make my feet work. And I realized, oh man, so you get 200 badges. Yeah, I get maybe 275 per character. And if I do 10 whole dungeons on 10 different characters, that's... Well, it's a little shy of 3,000 badges. And I need 4,000 just for the transmog set. And I kind of had, like... I hadn't done the math. But I had some vague delusions about being able to, like... I don't know, if I just time walked my heart out, being able to, like, buy both keys and both mounts, which we did get the mounts, both keys and the flame garb, and, you know, maybe some of this other stuff. And I'm starting to think that just maybe the math isn't mathing. Perhaps it is not reasonable to expect to catch up on, like, 20,000 badges worth of time walking in 1 week, especially if you don't like time walking. So if I want to go to Rotmire, I might just go there. I know that's not needed for LFR. I guess I should just see if anyone has like a group up. Yeah, they're transferable. That's why the one per character works, because they can get a 200 bonus for each character, and then you can pool them all together. If you think, oh man, she might have a backlog she doesn't know about. That's a nice thought. I appreciate your optimism. I appreciate your hypothetical optimism. I do not. I know where all my badges are. They are in the infinite possibility of the future where I actually do some time walking. I never do time walking. I'm going to midnight, I guess. Who does Rotmire at 9 in the morning on a Friday? Anyone? It would probably be a raid, huh? Raid's midnight. Anyone doing Sporefall? Basically anything but Mythic would be nice. Anything but Mythic. Let's look at Heroic. Those are sales. Let's look at Normal. Mythic is doable too, but like, for what I'm doing, maybe not. Need healers and DPS. That's me. I can heal it. Hello. Today's a holiday in the US, so a lot. More alts. Even if you do like time walking, you won't by the end of that. Stupid birthday. Good luck, all. Well, hopefully the holiday makes nice fast time walking queues. That would be good. I guess I have to see if they'll even take me for this. Did I even apply? Did they decline me? Oh, they delisted. Oh, boo. This group hasn't. Here, I'll sign up for that. Whenever I see a group with no tanks, I sometimes get a little nervous, but one is better than none. It's also normal Sporefall. I think we could do it. I think we could just believe in ourselves and it might fall over. I didn't even learn where the raid entrance was until the raid was out and it was raid night, and I was like, I guess I should look to go there. I don't know where it is. It's probably in the green area, and I looked and it is. It is in Herondar. 4th of July tomorrow. One of my neighbors was telling me that a couple days ago on the 1st of July, someone had set off a firework, which I did hear. I did hear like a firework the other night. But apparently there had been a bear camping out behind like our kind of adjoining properties, and a poor bear got like really scared by the firework and just like tore off like down the driveway. I didn't see it. I never see the big bear. Apparently it's big and I want to see him and I'm always missing it. It's like the 4th time that someone's like, oh, hey, do you see the bear go by? And I'm like, no. This is what I get for being on my computer playing World of Warcraft. I'm only seeing digital bears over here. Okay. I'm zoned in. I mean, I might eat like a food. I'll use a weapon. I don't think I'm gonna flask. I think we're all fine and good here. Hopefully this doesn't take super long to scrape a group together. They're just doing Sporefall normal. We just need like a tank and then maybe one more. I mean, we don't need another healer. I can heal this, but like hypothetically, we'd need a tank and another healer. Move the streaming desk outside. Hazel's live stream featuring Forest, bracket, hopeful bear sightings, bracket, please tell me if there's a cougar. Get a webcam, right? We have a literal trail cam, and I haven't set it up because I don't have a memory card for it, which is crazy. You'd think I would. And I tried to buy one, like I tried to add one to an order I was doing a while ago, and then I just don't know where it went. I don't know if they sent it to me. I don't know what happened to that. I don't think I got one. And it used to be one of those things you could just pick up super cheap somewhere, and memory's just not. I mean, it's still, you know, you can get like a 16 gig card for not too much, but it's not as cheap as you want it to be. But until then, we just have like a trail cam just sitting like a brick. It can't do anything without a memory card. What's its purpose? Why is it here? What's it here for? I'm holding on to some fish and stuff. Whenever I'm waiting in something like this, I like clearing out my bags. I feel like it's the WoW equivalent of like cleaning your nails. You're just kind of like, well, if I'm standing here, I'm gonna work on something. Let's get rid of some snowballs and some huge snowballs. Hi, Poison Toady. How you doing? Happy Friday. Happy long weekend for anybody celebrating a long weekend this weekend. I love that. I got ethereal bandages for Nagtol and Vol. Oh yeah, that's right. They made me buy those for a quest. I feel like I'm gonna not keep them though. I don't think I want those. I haven't even used my disarm traps in a while. Those are for prey. I haven't been praying. I'm prayless. What fishies behind you? There's a betta fish that lives in that tank. Her name is Lettuce. Just the one fishy. And happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's only a 10-gallon tank. We're gonna do... Oh yeah, that's right. I have dark particles to spend. That's nice. This is why I'm here. I have 2 out of 4 delicious s'more snacks, and I'll never get to 4 if I don't get number 3. I've been told that's how math works, unfortunately. Abundant beacon. No. I don't need that. I don't need to hold on to that. And also, Stormarian cores can leave. Those can get out. I'm not keeping the lockbox. Essences of lumber converts to 20 of any lumber type. Eventually, that will be handy. Is it weird that they're soulbound? Is it weird that the essences of lumber are soulbound? It feels a little weird to me. I think they were just waiting for them to get a tank. In the meantime, I've got enchanting knowledge, and I could probably sell some stuff. Oh, hey, some more Stormarian cores. Wow. Barb is still kicking, last I saw. She's living in the community tank. She made friends. She has gal pals. She made friends with the Resboras that live in there. But she's also taken over a cichlid cave, which is very funny. I didn't think that she would care for like a house. And I have 2 cichlid caves, and my cichlid uses neither of them, and Barbara has moved into one of them. So sometimes after she's gorged herself on the cichlid pellets, which are not for her, but what are you gonna do? She takes her big old belly into the cichlid cave and just like hangs out for a while. Yeah, it sounds like she's living her best life. She's really outlived all of her problems, man. She's kicking. One day she will leave us, but apparently it's not been the day so far. I'll hold on to any of this stuff. Yeah, some of it. Sometimes I'm looking through my bags and I don't know what something is. Not because I don't have it on purpose. Like Mana Lily tea, I definitely bought on purpose to use as water. I've never used these, and those can go. Chuck and Iggy Black too, I don't use those either. I feel like I just haven't memorized the icon, if anything. I think some of the food. Hearty Spice Biscuits. I guess I could make my biscuits into Hearty Spice Biscuits if I want. Here, sure, let's get a cooking fire out. We're waiting. We're sitting around waiting. Don't they have campfires? Here, we got a Grim campfire. Oh, no, it's still only one tank. I'll, oh, did somebody put down a feast? It's a blooming feast. Well, I suppose that's okay. We can do that. Spore snacks are for a mount. It is a spore... Let's see. Luminous Spore Glider. This mount. You get 4 items from Rotmire. And they're a guaranteed drop. You just kill Rotmire in 4 separate weeks, any difficulty. And then you can combine the items for this guy. I believe you can get it in LFR. That's what people were telling me. I have not done that yet, but people say it can be done. Another update. Got 3,400. Celebrated. Then rested from WoW for the night. Nice! Congratulations! And you still have time to finish your PvP goal if you want to. You smoked that. I almost didn't time the Windrunner Spire. The other 2 DPS died in the last boss. But not you. Alright, we got tanks. We got DPS. We're gonna fly through this. I have a lot of Glimmerline and Bloomline, but I don't want to get rid of it because I still aspire to one day combine it all together. And at that time, remember what it does. I probably don't need these Beacons of Hope either. I won't delete them though. I might warbank them. If I gear up any other alts this season, then it would be nice to have. The group leader was like, does anyone need to know what to do? And someone's like, yes please. And they're like, when the ads spawn, kill them. Okay. I can do that. That'll do. Well done. Raid guide done, dusted. No problem. It's my goal. Going home for the 4th next week. Full PvP, but I still need them out from Windrunner, so I'll have to spam that. Hopefully that one gives up for you soon. I feel like most of my group that I run with got them out by the end of the season. I'm not feeling like it's massively rare, but maybe we just got lucky. Hazel, emergency, my dog. ... Oh dear. I didn't finish the rare mount farm, no. I keep getting distracted by like limited time stuff and like patch releases. I was doing 1207 stuff and now I'm doing Timewalking stuff. Feeling a little bit sad. Wait, I'm in the group. Nice. Let's go. It is not like hanging out with a celebrity. Oh dear. Hanging out with a medium employed WoW player who isn't even especially good. Don't get me wrong, I'm fine, but you'd think with the fact that this is basically my gig that I would be a little better. Becky, thank you very much for the 84-month resub. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Holy mackerel, that's a long time. Got one more yesterday, up to 3 of 8 rare mounts. Nice. Grats, Carl. We're gonna smoke this. Can I show you something I made in Blender? I think we have an art channel in the Discord. It's fun when that happens. Hello, Hazel. Hello. How you doing? I am not full mythic gear. I don't mythic raid. I have some myth track gear, but despite this being my main, I'm 285. I never got all myth track gear in like a bunch of slots. I just didn't get lucky with my bonus rolls. I kept bonus rolling the same things over and over again. And then my season ended and I gave up. So that's that. Doing good. Trying to decide if I want to go back to retail. Stay on mod. Big choices. I was going to say high stakes, but it's not really high stakes. Did it not reset? I feel like we reset it. Maybe. Computer can't have both games installed, so I can't have both and swap between them. Oh, it is kind of high stakes then. Wow, this is a MOG. Why does he have the shorts over his pants? Is he doing Captain Underpants? Very high stakes. Now would be an unusual time to come back to retail. End of season lull is lulling. I guess so. I don't know. I feel like I'm not close to running out of things to do, but it depends on who a player is and what kind of stuff they want to get into. I think there's still participation in keys. Maybe not as much, but some. Do you try to get any of the treasures in Nagtal? I don't think so. I was working on the achievements. I got my Heroic Showdown. Posted and look what I did because I couldn't in art. Nice. Oh man, his hat's gonna stay on for sure. Do you feel strongly about the Zul'Jan drama? I think I can safely say I don't know her. Good evening, Hazel. Sending much love. I think I saw that on Reddit. Was that you? You're the reason I got into drinking tea while I play WoW. Nice. Sick. Every now and then I'm like, what's the community talking about? And I look at Reddit. I see Garrosh with a elongated forehead, and I go, yeah, all right, that checks out. Sounds about right. You know you have a good vibe when you get your fan base into tea, of all things. You guys probably have better tea collections than me at this point. Mine's a bit sad. I got my staples. I got like an herbal tea, a green tea, a black tea, and lots of it, but not a lot of like options within those categories. It's a troll character. They're turning villain. People are mad about it. I am really unlikely to have any good takes or takes at all about like WoW story writing drama. It would be a stretch for me to even know what's going on. It would be like me getting like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other show that I don't watch. Just something I'm just not in touch with at all. Become a big fan of fizzy water. Story very Disney at the moment. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what people want from it. I don't know if they'll ever make people happy again. It's nice not needing to worry about it, honestly, because it's just nice. I don't have to worry about whether or not the writing's any good because it's subjective and also not my problem. As long as I've got something fun to do, I'm happy. Earl Grey, hot, the extent of my tea knowledge. Tea feels like an easy rabbit hole to fall way far down and end up having strong thoughts about which side of which hill at a given farm certain leaves were collected. There's a whole world of aged and fermented teas, of raw and cooked Sho and Shung pu'er teas. And that is like where like, you know the people that are like really into wine? The people that are like crazy into tea end up falling down that rabbit hole, depending on your taste, because like it's not some of it, especially if it's like cheap stuff, you're really trying to pick flavor notes out of something that effectively tastes like dirt. It's not you have to use your imagination a little bit, especially if it's not very good tea. You miss Tivana, not at all. Overpriced garbage. Lots of those trendy tea places are selling you very mid-range tea that is marked way up, and then they've put like some juniper berries in it or something. Like half of the mix that they're selling you is not tea at all. It's like fruit and artificial flavor and like big cinnamon sticks and just stuff that looks pretty in a picture. It's fine. It's not. I'm not against it for people that enjoy that, but it's not what I want if I'm gonna buy tea. It's exactly like wine. I haven't been into pu'er for a while. I did like it. I was getting a little into it, but I don't know. It's been a while. Life happened. Also stains your teeth pretty good. especially if you're like sipping tiny bits of it a lot, which is how you do. Same with coffee. I'm a coffee snob with a grinder. Drink specialty coffee. I always felt like I was being very down to earth by just making like coffee maker drip coffee with whatever was on sale at the grocery store that's like nicer than Folgers but not like top of the line. And now with how expensive coffee's been getting, I'm looking at it and I'm like, maybe I should just like go back to tea. I love me a morning cup of coffee, but maybe I should just like let it go and stop that, because holy smokes, it's so expensive. And it's like it's not slowing down. It's not just like, oh man, it costs 3 times as much as 2 years ago, which feels true, but it like keeps going. like when will it end? The madness. They're trying to get us all off caffeine. Wife's family drinks instant coffee. I know some like cultures and regions and countries have a much higher like instant coffee has a much bigger foothold there. There are often, not often, but there's occasionally like a plot point on a K-drama where somebody moves to like, there was one where there was like a hot vet that moved to a vet clinic in like a rural area of Korea, and there was a whole thing about instant coffee. And he was from Seoul, so he was used to like fancy coffee. But then he came out to the countryside and realized that everybody just thinks coffee is like from a packet because that's what is like normal in that area. You'd think that given that we're slowly making more and more of the world resemble coffee-growing climates, coffee would become cheaper. I looked into it at one point because it's also affecting chocolate. Some just like catastrophic harvests and like weather conditions and weather events on top of any like shipping and distribution and stuff. Certain crops have been hit like extra hard. I've kind of given up on chocolate, to be honest with you. It's not. I didn't like it that much, but to spend that kind of money on it. It's okay. That can be a special occasion thing. That can be for Christmas. Trying to find instant coffee in the house to try it. It's been 30 years since I tried it. I imagine your mileage will vary. I keep instant espresso around, but it's just to add as like a seasoning basically to baked goods. Although I don't bake that often, so the instant espresso, I don't know if it ages, but it feels like it's been aging. I feel like I've moved with that big jar of it, and I've had it for a long time. Still working. Espresso machine that I bought cheap from friends. Only use it on days when I really cannot be ours. We used to use those. We have one too. And I used to use it on days that we needed just 1 cup of coffee. Like, partner's out fishing early, I'm staying home to stream, I just need a cup of coffee, so I would use a pod and make a coffee. But the pods got so expensive that I don't even do that anymore. And the poor thing's getting dusty. Alright, so we're gonna roll for cosmetics. I'm gonna mog roll for other stuff. Oh, I rolled an 80 for the shrimp cap, that's not bad. Oh, this is a pretty big group. I'm not gonna bonus roll. I did get my spore snack. Happy with that. What? Oh man. So I rolled an 80 for the shroom cap, right? Someone else rolled an 80 for the shroom cap, and they must have gotten like a hidden roll win because they got the cap. I'm going home. Otherwise, French press is my norm. Do you plan on playing the full release of Pal World? Would guess no. No, you played it a bit. I did play it a while ago. I did play it a while ago. I don't have plans to play the full release though. I don't really feel like a Pal World shaped hole in my life at this time. You did not rate my Conehead art. I rated a 10. Lost the cap with a 98 roll to 100. Welcome to the salt pile. I mean, I didn't really think I was going to win it with an 80 in a group of that size. I just didn't think I was going to lose it to another 80. That's the part that's frying me. Or brining me, if we're talking about salt. Alright, I am going to go have a look and see if I can... Speaking of coffee, I'm going to go see if I can find a cup of coffee. I will be right back. Real quick. got a spore snack for Voskill. Unfortunately not. But, you know, it'll happen. At least it's nice and fast to do it for the week. Yeah, let's have some coffee for just a second, and then we'll get on to, well, I got no time to lose. Let's go get in queue. We're doing time walking. We're doing time walking. We've got the time and we're walking. I think I did up through Crawdad yesterday. I remember doing one on him. I think this is my next hunter in list. And that's right, I have 5 more hunters to go after that. However, coffee. Get to take my toddler to a toddler amusement park today. Oh, that sounds fun. Oh, I bet that's going to be so cute. Have fun time walking. Thank you. Let's get in queue. I've discovered that if I'm trying to have a cup of coffee around my kitties lately, they like to swat at the metal straw and try to like knock it around the cup, and they're pretty good at knocking it out of the cup, so I have to you have to really keep an eye on that or else you're gonna get sneak attacked. Hi Hazel, happy Big Friday. Hi Fausty. Didn't know that was a thing. It's so cute. They have little baby cars. Aww. Also finally leveling my alts with time walking. Very nice. I'm doing 1 dungeon per character for the badge bonus. And I'm probably gonna, I guess I don't know about probably, but if my motivation holds and if the time walking feels fun next week, I'm probably gonna do that next week and the following, etc. So I'm basically leveling all of my alts 1 dungeon per week at a time. They're gonna be like 83.5 by the end of this. I want to go to Voldraken and go hang out by the vendor. Love toddler amusement parks because they're absolutely for me too. What's the slow H Pally? Nah, you good. Tiny toddler cars at a park sounds really fun. Wish the 30% buff was account wide. That would be nice, right? That would be nice. I feel like it was almost going to be, and then people figured a way to cheese it or like misunderstood it or something. And then they backtracked. Something happened. While I'm waiting, I may as well turn on Plater. I've been doing this without Plater, but we could probably use it. And then I guess make sure that at least my very core, the corest of the core hunter buttons are in the same spot-ish, approximately. Getting up to 83 means whenever you want to level, Delve World Tour will easily get you the rest of the way. The Delve World Tour. Getting my words all mixed up today. Pick this. It doesn't say which time walking dungeons, although it probably expires at the end of the week. I was wondering if I could get the quest done on each character by doing 1 dungeon per week for 5 weeks. Let's see. I'm saving my badges for the Druidic Garb. It's so cool. Especially with these wings. Like, one of my druids has to wear that. Plus, like, these... Are they hands? Yeah. The talons. The talons are cool. I thought they were fist weapons at first. Oh, I want that. It's 4,000, but, like, you know, you get a whole set. And then I feel like the plunder keys are nice, too. And I don't even know which one I like better. They're both cool. Every time I see like a novelty big melee weapon, I just want to use it on my Fury Warrior. I just want to use a pair of them. Or like 1 key in each hand would be kind of cool. She could be the clock winder. I kind of want that too, the null banner. I'm not going to use it, but I kind of want it anyways. Yesterday, 8 minutes? Man, yesterday I feel like I was enjoying like 4-minute DPS queues. And by the time that I'd made it out to the vendor, I was pretty much in good shape. 8 minutes. What am I gonna do for 8 minutes? Wait. Hang out. Yeah, I wonder if and when I will actually level these to level 90. Does reset every week. Okay, good to know. This was the, I don't know if I like this title for it. This was the hunter that I made whenever I got nostalgic and I was like, you know what I miss having is a night elf hunter. That's like such a traditional ult for me to have. Of Darnassus, something like that. Or like, what else is a good, like, we'll do of Darnassus for now. People need to stop celebrating outside, go shorten these queues. 9 in the morning. I guess it's not 9 in the morning, it's like lunchtime on the East Coast. Maybe they're grilling. Maybe they're grilling and chilling. Having some barbecue, flipping patties. It'd be funny if 8-minute queues is the thing that talks me out of doing time walking on all of my alts. I guess it'd be fine if I just had a... You know what? I could probably work on my house in the meantime. And by work on, I just mean fiddle with. Because I don't... Oh no, I'm gonna need to be here. Although, it'll teleport me back, won't it? As long as I came from here, the teleport back should, even after time walking, return me to this spot. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. When I was younger and I had a long weekend, that was like prime WoW time. That was, oh boy, I could probably get my ult all the way up to level 60. I feel like I need more art in here. Do we have anything else we can put in the wall? I'm sure there's stuff you can put in the wall that's not like just in wall hangings. Well, players closer to 50 than 15, you gotta grill it with the kids before they leave for college. Oh, man. People still doing that? Oh yeah, there we go. That's the mile. Dark-hearted Galacrond. That's where it goes, over the sink. Can this chandelier come down? Oh! My DPS queue, it worked! Can come down a little bit. There you go. Algthar Academy. On a character this level, I don't think I need to worry about picking up the quest. I think we out-level that. Here, we can have sound effects on. I'm hoping I get Braconite Hollow and I can enjoy some Braconite Hollow voice acting today. That would be fun. I don't think I need to adjust my mounts in this character. I think I have all the ones I need. Like this, the Hippogriff. Hippogriff works perfect. Yeah, take this one. Why not?
Watch over you.
I feel like I always take crit. Hey. Hello. How you doing, Spider-Man?
Wonderful. It has been
morning,
quite some
afternoon, or
time
evening.
since
Happy
the
Friday.
academy has been open.
I've been checking my tomato plants every day, waiting for clues that the tomatoes are
These lashers must
setting
have grown
setting
wild
root.
while we were away.
Well, they've set root. That they're beginning to like
Please,
actually grow into
if you
tomatoes because
could,
they're flowering and they've been flowering really
Clear
good.
them out while we realign
And I'm just
the
very
magics
invested
of
right
this
now
place.
in the future of the tomatoes. I'm very excited about the whole business. It looks now like I planted 2 different types of tomatoes, and it looks like I have successful plants of both types. I have some cherry tomatoes, and I have some Polish paste tomatoes, which should be good for, like, sauce. I don't think I've ever actually, like, made a homemade sauce with my own... Well, no, I have! I actually tried to make a tomato sauce with cherry tomatoes one year, but I didn't peel them. And they had a lot of seeds in them, and it was good, but it was pretty acidic, and it had a lot of seeds in it. Nobody calls me meat thief anymore. And I'm sad about it. Clever meat was like the sickest compliment Nothing perked my
Perfect.
tail feathers faster
We're
than
just
clever meat.
about- Wait.
Copying your
Ichistra's.
method of doing time walking
There's
on my
too
elves for
much
one
life
dungeon for the
magic.
badges to get the transmog.
What are you doing?
Me?
I don't know
There's
if
too
there's
much
if
nature.
transmog on the
What are
time walking
you
vendors has
doing?
always been this good, or if they just really
What is
outdid
that
themselves
thing?
with Dragonflight.
This is your fault.
Absolutely not.
Please, help us new students.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lust and then maybe we'll have it again for the end. Did good with Shadowlands Dragonflight vendors. When they come up again in Turbulent Timeways, I'll have to have another look because I feel like I've been really neglecting even taking a look at those vendors when they update them. I've kind of written off time walking. Really like the druid looking transmog. Yeah, I want to get it and I want to mog it on at least one character. Find someone who could really rock that. It looks like a trading post set that they would charge like a lot of tender for. Like I could see them charging like 500, 450 tender just for that whole set. Would I have paid it if it was tender? I don't know. I'm picky. Maybe. I haven't been back to Snagtall this week, right? I haven't been back to Nagtall since I bought my vendor mount. I did the weekly quest this week. I think I just have to do quests next week. There are other cosmetics that I didn't get out there. Like I never did like the swords thing. I guess I'm just not in a hurry. Still want the infinite rare drop map from Timewalking. Has eluded me all these years. Well, you never know. It could be right around the corner. That one has such an unreasonable drop rate. It's so inhumane. I got so lucky to get it. I got it from an anniversary event time walking raid.
The big one. I will activate the goals for Lishrath. That is
For like
Taratos
WoW's
you
like,
soft skins.
I don't know, 10th or
Use them to
15th
get her
anniversary or something.
attention.
Probably 15th. Could drop any moment. You just gotta run one more dungeon. Want the Keyblades as well. I think it's so great that the Keyblades
At
come
least
in
we know that
different,
works.
like you get a whole
Watch
arsenal
yourselves.
of different versions of them for various like offhand, two-hander, mace, etc. I kind of want both of them, but it's expensive. Also looks like it could have been a trading post item. This is kind of satisfying to do on time walking instead of on Mythic. You get all in your head about having to do mechanics, and then now you don't. Nothing hard anyway. All right, nothing away. I've seen people go this way. I've also seen people go back to the beginning to get to Veximus. Maybe because we don't need any trash percent. I don't know. There's probably a right answer for time walking. I think I body pulled that. Realized yesterday I was saving less for bird boss, but we were breezing by so fast. It wasn't back up for the last boss. Yeah, got to adjust lust timings for time walking. Yesterday I ran it on like 4 hunters and I didn't lust once. I just had my cunning pets out. I have a ferocity pet out on this one though, so I'm ready. Honestly, I lusted first boss. I don't think it's going to be back for Echo of Dorgo, so we'll see. We got 7 whole minutes, and this dungeon is falling apart. Splintering at the seams. I'm sleepy. I could have slept. I always have the hardest time getting up if I like woke up early at like 5 or 6 and then just managed to get back to sleep, but only like half an hour before the alarm. That's always the worst. The smart move is probably just to get up when you wake up the first time and not to try to go back to sleep. I don't know if that extra like half-hour nap actually helps or if it's just making you groggy. I want to believe anything else. I just don't know if it's the truth.
Please excuse the mess. It has been quite some time since students have been here. I'm just together my lesson plan.
No, I'm so silly. I saw that Monotonous Lecture was casting, and I went, oh yeah, I'm a DPS, I'm gonna interrupt it. And then I just pressed my interrupt despite the fact that I wasn't even a little bit targeting the mob. Doesn't count. Doesn't help. Doesn't work like that. I'm not used to having an interrupt. Hi, Moose. You coming by? How you doing, buddy? Good morning. There we go, we got the kick the cycle. Hi. That's some sketches. How you feeling, baby boy?
Here we are. Ahem. Long ago, members of the Blue Dragon Flight accidentally overloaded an
You take a nap.
arcane
Your bed's nice and
element
clean. We washed it the other
and
day.
created a powerful construct
Good boy.
named Veximus that quickly started to wreak havoc.
I love Moose. He's like a celebrity in my house.
The Blue Dragon.
I know he's my dog, but, like,
fiercely, attempting to
I just get so
prevent
excited
it
to
from
see him.
absorbing stray
He's just so
arcane
cool.
orbs that could allow it to grow further out of control. Veximus began manifesting powerful
There was a garden
arcane
snake yesterday
bombs
that we were
in order to
observing in the
drive
garden,
back the
kind of talking about how we
dragons.
hope Moose doesn't notice it, because I don't. He's a sweet boy, but I don't think he'd be a friend to snakes.
Though Veximus
Tell the snake to
tried
go
its best
hide
to
amongst the
defeat
tomatoes.
the dragons,
Poor
it
girl
was
says she loves your
ultimately
hair.
Destroyed. Well done.
Tell her I
Since
said,
you
"Thank
did
you very
so
much."
well on your lesson, feel free to take something from the good student's reward chest.
Off we go. I like that I'm not the only one leveling a brand new Resto Druid in Time Walking. This is a level 11 Druid. Heck yeah. Yeah, I think, well, maybe. It's 3 minutes. There is some trash before the last boss. I don't know if it's 3 minutes worth of trash in Time Walking, though. The move might be just to save lust for the last boss. Or maybe if you, like, lusted the first trash pull, that might work. Pretty impressed me to not pull back. Can't resist the temptation to optimize. Yeah, it's also impossible to know when you're pulling a first boss if your group is going to be fast enough to do the whole thing in sub 10 minutes, because I feel like some groups are and some groups aren't. It's very variable.
Who are you? You are not
But I think I'm just
registered here.
overthinking this because
This
in Time
room
Walking you
is
have time
only
to
for
think.
students. These are sacred halls of learning. Only those registered may access them. Learn from this.
No, 81 seconds on lust. It's doomed.
Learn from this.
It'll be up for next run.
You will not pass the semester.
Alright. There's our flight stone. Got some shoulders. And we're out
Oh
of here.
dear. It seems the parameters I wove into my...
And then hopefully... Oh no. I was a little afraid of that. I wasn't sure if the return to plot button would work correctly. If you had like done an instance or reloaded or anything in between. And I suspect that that was a problem. So we'll just fly back. It's okay. It's just a couple portals. I'm getting better at it. Oh, an 85 stream streak. 85. You guys probably know more about my stream than I do. Sometimes I'm clicking through a stream VOD when I'm posting them. And I'm looking at it like, is this really what that looks like? Or is that what it sounds like? That can't be right. How have we been getting away with this? Here's the Veldraken portal. Good morning, Hazel. Good morning, my milligram. How you doing today? Happy Friday. Happy long weekend, if that's what you got. We're turning in our flight stone, and then we'll see. I wonder if the DPS queues are going to be a problem, if they're going to be faster if I hold them off to tomorrow. I kind of don't want to reorder my character list because I'm going to lose track of who I have and have not done. Right now, as long as I don't touch anything, as long as I don't move anyone around in the list, I can just kind of work through top to bottom, and I know I'm not going to miss anybody.
Ours is a solemn burden.
Alright. Yeah, half a level for her. That didn't take too long. This hunter is a troll. Darkspear troll. She's got Darkspear troll heritage, which is one of my favorite heritage armors. Kind of forget her pets. She's the one with the crab that we can give the crab shank to that people always ask about. Let's get into a time walking queue right away. Apparently she's also a leather worker. Although, not a very good one. I guess I must have done enough, like, Dragon Isles leatherworking on this character to get the decor. Yeah, I must have done that. That's right. So her pets, she has a hyena. Very good nostalgia for me. That was one of my first hunter pets. And then she has Snips, who doesn't really become Snips until you give him his crab shank. And now he's a problem. Planning to work on my time walking and trader's tender. Very nice. I should make sure I have a lust pet handy. Let me dismiss. Goodbye, Snips. We've got one called Spiky. Are you a lust pet? I feel like you are not. No. Do I have a lust pet? I must. I usually get one on each character. That one's going to be a cunning pet. This one is a lust pet. I was thinking it was a bird, so it's going to be a movement speed. But vultures, apparently, are not. Carrion birds, I guess. How do we get the Timeways Blue Dragon mount? The Spawn of Iranoth needs you to complete the Master of the Turbulent Timeways achievement, and that needs you to get the buff on 4 separate weeks during the time walking event. So you do 4 dungeons to get the buff. And then, it's funny, I have Timeways buff from last Timeways. I wonder if this would even count. You do 4 dungeons to get the buff, and you do that in 4 separate weeks. Or if you hold on to the buff in a character, you could just refresh it. You can make any pet a lust pet now at the stable? That is true. Yeah, you're right, you're right. I like having an option of like a cunning and a tenacity and a ferocity pet that I can switch between in case I want to have Master's Call or like the defensive or whatever. So I try to have at least 3 pets that are kind of already spec to the different things. Yes, you can change the type to cunning. That is true. You are correct. It's a good tip. Forgot about the new month. I have all my chores to do for Trading Post. I found that this month was pretty good for getting Trading Post done because of Midsummer. Midsummer Fire Festival has like tons of different things that you can do to get Trading Post progress, and they're all pretty easy. They're all pretty like fast and easy and stuff that if you were farming blossoms or trying for your mount that you might get done anyway. This is 6 minutes. Sure. Put it over there. I don't know. I'm a little nervous I'm gonna fat finger the lust. Maybe we should move some buttons around. What's her mount? She's got a Cobalt Pterodax, apparently. Had the trading post stuff done before I even realized it due to all the events. Nice. Did you get the mount? I got it a couple of days ago. I did. I got the Fire Festival mount, I think is probably what we're talking about. Painted. Not the flame painted Sun Rock, the Sun Festival painted rock. That drives me nuts. I can't believe how close those two names are. I did. Got lucky. Got the Book of Matches tour yesterday. Nice. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, Wolfcloud. How you doing? We're relaxing. I'm time walking. I am revisiting all of my alts. We're still in Hunterland. I feel like after I get out of my hunters, it's gonna get exciting, because I have so many hunters. Yeah, it is a pretty mount. Nice bird. Wonder if one of my hunters would ever wear the, not this one, because his heritage armor is too cool to take off, but if they would ever wear the, the new... I forgot that I had that set for her. The new, yeah, Sun Festival painted battle garb. Yeah. Probably looks better in like a big, bulky race. What do you guys like to do? Oh, I know what I like to do. I was gonna say, what do you like to do while you're waiting for your time walking queue? I like to go to Valdrakken so I can get ready to turn in the thing after we're done. That's right. I can't complain that I'm just waiting for it to pop when I haven't even gone to the vendor yet. We're saving up our badges for the druid set. And then maybe the keys. Part of me is wondering if I should try to farm even more badges after that, but I think I'm getting ahead of myself, and this time walking is only a week long, and we only got so much time. I am glad that I did Rotmire this morning for my spore snack. I was otherwise kind of liable to forget that. Oh, good. You guys got fun long weekend plans?
The aspects have returned. Guard against chaos.
Couldn't not buy the druid set just for the winged shoulder. It's sneaky too, because it doesn't immediately preview like the really good winged soldier. Or shoulder, pardon me. Winged shoulder. You have to like click it in the preview window to like get it to show you the super cool one.
We protect the Isles.
It previews it like this, and then you have to go in there if you want to see the sick one. Sadly, no, half my state's on fire. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have a favorite time walking event? I think mine is Pandaria. I mean, so far it's this one, just because I don't remember what the other ones are like. I like time walking when it is fast. I like it when it's fast and easy. I don't like long dungeons. I don't like tons of running. I don't like things that gets... It just depends on the tuning of it, really. TBC is nice when they go fast. Same with Wrath. But I haven't... I don't usually do a ton of time walking. This is my first time getting back into it in like a long time. Wow, all day today. 4th of July barbecue tomorrow. Nice. What's the favorite barbecue dish? Doesn't have to be something that's actually barbecued. Like, I know people bring, like, potato salads. People make sides. People, of course, do burgers. I was gonna say beer. I don't know if beer's a dish. Burgers and dogs. 4-year-old's been asking when the 4th is next since the second the fireworks show ended last year. Hot dogs, 110%. Mac and cheese. Like a baked mac and cheese? Could go for a baked mac and cheese. Alright.
Be wary, champions. My vault is many things, but harmless is not one of them. These whelplings perceive anyone.
I feel like I'm missing a button. I'm missing Cobra Shot.
Their gaze pierces all. If they see you,
you only need like 4 buttons to do your Beastmaster rotation, but you do need them.
The sundered
Cobra Shot's probably the least important one.
They do not
Making a baked mac and cheese tonight. Nice.
Nor the powers.
Alright, while I'm plundering your recipe secrets, what is the secret ingredient in your guys' baked mac and cheese? I'll tell you mine. I mix in like a teaspoon, depending on the serving size, maybe half a teaspoon, of whole grain spicy mustard just directly into the baked mac and cheese, like before it bakes. Also, I don't bake mine because I feel like baking it just dries it out. So I just make like basically like a stovetop bechamel sauce mac and cheese, and then I just eat it without baking it. I feel like it's in its best state before you put it in the oven. But besides the point, I like, because I do it with dry mustard as well. That's kind of like a traditional thing to add. And one day I was like, what if you just did the real stuff? Whole grain beer mustard. Just a little bit of it wakes the whole thing right up, I'm telling you.
Me with
finely chopped jalapenos.
I planted them here.
Buttermilk, sharp cheddar cheese,
a
pasta,
little
mixed
garden
bacon.
from him. It looks as though it has
Potato
grown
salad,
wild
or,
over the years.
ooh, someone's doing
will
homemade
need
baked
you to
beans, bell pepper, onion, hamburger.
Prune it.
Yeah, mustard for sure. Sounds good. I tried making baked beans from scratch once in my life. I'm pretty impressed by it. It's one of those things that I had never before considered might come from somewhere other than a can. I turned into a Tauren? Oh, it's my trinket, I think. Power of the Tonka, yeah. Oh, somebody lusted. Slice or two of fake American cheese. Yep, I do that too. It's the only thing I buy craft singles for, is to melt one or two of them into the cheese, because it helps the texture, right? Keeps the good cheese from breaking when you melt them, yeah. I usually melt the fake cheese first because it can handle a higher temperature, and then I let the whole sauce come down in temperature a little bit, just to extra make sure that the actual cheese doesn't split, because nobody likes a grainy... Don't get me wrong, I'll still eat it if I split the sauce, but I prefer to avoid it when possible.
This way.
I'm not a great cook, but there's a couple things that I've got in my head in my life where I'm like, I want to be able to make blank. And then I would just like try things and Google things until I found a version of it that I liked. Mac and cheese is one of them. Sweet and sour sauce was one of them too, but I haven't done that in a long time.
To behold, I am unsure of what effects it will have on your mortal form.
Oh, we're fighting the shrieking wells.
For the growth of extra appendages.
They're not going to shriek anymore. Happy Friday, Steph. My toxic trait is buying buttermilk and telling myself that I'm going to make like muffins or biscuits or whatever I want to make with the buttermilk, and then I don't make the thing, and then I forget that I have buttermilk, and then I find it in my fridge like 2 months later, and I'm like, well, this can't possibly be good anymore.
I incorporated a means
It's going to be a little bit of trouble to get rid of because it is now congealed and turned into some kind of accursed dairy solid. Bread muffins? Hook? Those are good. I haven't made them in a while. Summer is always a tough time to try to get back into baking because it's like you're spending all this energy trying to cool the house down. And you're like, am I really going to run the oven? But yeah. Buttermilk freezes can then be used on said mac and cheese casserole. How do you feel about freezing it after it's 2 months past its date? Basically just made curds. I did keep the bread maker. The bread maker moved with me and has been making, not recently, but it did make some bread in this place too. I've had some good fresh bread here. I've been craving a good like rosemary herb bread. I make a bread that's kind of got like focaccia bread flavors, but I don't actually like make like the super thin, super oily like focaccia format. Like I want just like a big fluffy herb bread. And I call it focaccia bread, but it's not really focaccia. It's just like an herb bread, but it's yummy. And you can still dip it in like balsamic and olive oil the way you would focaccia. You guys are gonna make me hungry. Hey, like in Dragonflight Timewalking? This is good. It's very spammable. It's very painless to just kind of like grind. As long as I got you guys to talk to, we're good. Check the temperature forecast before we commit to dinner plans that involve the oven. talk a lot of smack about barbecues, but that is the one thing about like an outdoor grill of any kind, is that you can use it without heating up your house. Hey Hazel. Hi Veridin, how are you doing today? You can loot midnight rares for mounts once per day per character. Once per day per character. Daily reset and per character reset. So if you have a bunch of alts, you can just keep doing laps on all of your different alts. Takes a lot of patience waiting for yeast to rise. Bread's always better on like a super long cycle anyway, I find. I prefer bread that's got like a little bit of like a... Even if it's not true sourdough, I prefer it to have like a little bit of like a fermented tang to it. Sourdough adjacent. So whenever I can, I will either make a poolish and then let it sit overnight to get like a head start, or I will just do like a super long like artisan. Like my bread maker has different cycles, and there's like a 7-hour dough cycle that really gives it time to actually like think about what it's done.
Beautiful.
I feel like longer is always better with bread.
Powerful.
For me, for my own personal bread taste. I like bread to be chewy, I like it to be tangy. I do not want it to be sweet, I do not want it to be cakey. I do not like bread cake hybrids. Banana bread can leave me alone. Pick a lane. Be bread or be cake, don't try to be both. It's not for me. Bread maker, that's called my hands. Uh-huh. Uphill both ways in the snow before and after school, huh? Excited for my garden. Have basil. My tomatoes really getting going. Nice. Want to make some ciabatta?
No. Mine. It is all mine.
Fancy
Me.
making
Take care
ciabatta
of
over
that.
here. I
Shred
love
you.
ciabatta. I buy it usually.
My treasures.
If the grocery store ever starts selling it for more money, I'm gonna be sad because it's like a staple food.
Me. Take care of them. Shred you. My magic.
Yeah, doing pretty good.
But my treasures.
Poor Azure Blade. I do not blame
I
her.
want to be a sourdough person
I should
so
have thought
bad.
of her before I left.
I can handle being a bread
This
maker person,
door,
and I can do bread
I
machine
sense
sourdough.
a breach behind it. The sundered
I
flame
don't
must
have
be
the
this way.
force of personality to be like babysitting dough
Tear
with my
this
hands,
place
so.
apart if you have to.
I've
I
done
will
it before,
expose
but I always
whatever
make bread
secrets
worse
she locked away
when I try to
within
knead it by
these
hand
vaults.
because I
Tolash
freak
must
out
not
about
break
it being
the final
sticky.
seal.
I don't have the technique to like
consequences
knead
would
sticky
be
bread without
dire.
adding too much flour or like
Please,
oil or something, and then I make it worse because I've added too much flour or oil or something to stop it from sticking. Because up until that point it's flubber. And the bread machine takes me out of the equation, so I can't mess it up. I think it's just like a sensory thing for me. I don't like dough on my hands. I don't like flour on my hands. And like, I'm sure somebody wears gloves to knead bread, but I don't know. I feel like if I did that, nobody would like me anymore. I'd rather just have the bread machine do it. Plus, it's much more patient than me. If I'm doing it myself, I'm liable to be like, well, it's probably finished rising. It kind of looks bigger. I want it to be ready sooner. I'm gonna do it now. I'm telling you, the real secret tech is the bread machine that has like a programmable cycle, and you can schedule bread to be ready in the morning. The only problem is that if you can either hear it or smell it baking before you wake up. Anybody else get woken up by strong smells? Must be a thing. I feel like I've seen it in like movies, like a Disney Channel movie where some like kid like smells pancakes and then it's like up and away. That's me, but with bread. Or terrible smells that you have to get up and deal with so you can go back to sleep. I'm excited for my flowers. I have some annual flowers planted. And some of the smaller ones have like started flowering, which is very exciting, and now I'm waiting for some of the bigger ones to think about doing it. Rarely, because I'm usually the early riser. It's fake. When the cat box has been within a couple meters of the bedroom, I've in the past been woken up by a cat
What is she
leaving a stink
hiding?
bomb. With a smell so putrid it penetrates
This
through
is
my
you.
sleep and rouses me from
Enough.
sleep to go be housekeeping.
Ice cold.
Like I can't smell that and then go back to sleep. I gotta do something about that. Yeah, coffee smell would be better. Coffee would be... Coffee's amazing. I know you can, it's like, I'm sure I can program the coffee maker too. I've never thought to do it. My mom used to do that growing up. She would program it before bed, and then it would just like happen on a timer in the morning. Maybe I'll figure that out. Look into it.
Freeze!
Food smells and doors opening, closing. Wake me, but not a lighter, heavy sleeper.
She lies.
We are too late. Oh. Oh no.
Annual flowers. I also put some perennial hollyhocks in a few of the beds. And they're not dead, but they're not flowering. I think they're just going to kind of like situate themselves this year. There are lots of perennial flowers in the garden, but I didn't plant them. I'm just looking after them. No and low carb right now, and I'm missing sourdough bread so much. Oh man, that would be so hard for me to stick to. I would cave. I'm a bad influence. I'm a carb-based being. Or a bread-based being. Sometimes you gave is ink powered by carbs. I will never understand how small, adorable, tiny princess can drop such terrible stinkers.
My dear
Yeah, like no ones
knew
smell
that
good, but I
wild
feel like
magic was
cats have
dangerous.
like a talent.
but he meddled with it anyway. By the time we found him,
Consider
we could
annuals
not
having to get
stop
new
the
ones every
growth.
year. I just did them from seed. I'm too cheap to buy like a started plant that I know is only going to last a year unless I can eat it. I'll do it for like an herb that I can eat or like tomatoes. Although I did start my tomatoes from seed too. But I just got like cheap like mixed annual flower seeds and I just chucked them in a bed and started watering it. And they're like cute and it's really fun to see what comes up because it's a mixed pack, so I don't know what's in it. I would have if I had read the package, but I don't know. You think I can read? Partner and I are envious of you. Love bread carbs. They wreck our attempts to stay at a healthy weight. I have had to like think about my diet and lifestyle since moving because I feel like my activity levels changed when I moved into the house. And I guess our diet changed as well because we used to get more takeout when we lived in the city and we cook at home more now. But like if I'm not being very active, I do need to be mindful of what I eat. Or I should be anyway. Yeah, pick up where we left off. Because you want to make sure you're getting enough nutrition, you want to make sure you're eating a bunch of different things, but you also don't want to be overeating. Portion size tends to sneak up on me sometimes. Came here to see, not to read. Do you guys have a favorite... Sorry, I know I'm all over the place today. A favorite tool for getting weeds out of like cracks between like pavers or like concrete slabs or like, you know, place where like sidewalk cracks, that kind of thing? I have a weeding tool, but I don't think it'll fit. Do I just take a knife to it? I don't want to use a kitchen knife. Roundup. I am not using poison. I respect someone else's right to do it. It's not going to my yard though. Flamethrower, much better. I was hoping someone had a tool. Jeez, you guys are scorching the earth. What's next? Salt? Plague? Locusts? Vinegar. Axe body spray and a lighter. Oh man, do burn the weeds sometimes. Propane torches for that exact purpose. That's funny. I don't know what I thought. I don't know what I thought someone was gonna say. Flamethrower wasn't top of my list. I'm going to Veldraken, that's right. We're kind of trying to not start any wildfires. I feel like using flame when it's not absolutely necessary is probably a bad idea at this time. The whole woods is a whole tinderbox. I don't want everybody to be like, oh man, remember that fire that burned down 200 homes? Somebody had to get a weed out of their pavement. We're not going to Silverman. We're going to Valdragon. Probably some vinegar you can dump on it. Yeah, maybe. Where'd the crab bomb pet come from? Undermine. Boiling water. Yeah. Hand tool weeder. I have the forked poker. And I like it a lot. It's just, it's a bit wide to get in that gap. I feel like I'm not going to be able to, maybe if I can get a grip on the taproot, if I pull it up a little bit first. I gotta try it. If I'm in a battle with overgrowth of my property, my goal right now is not to win the war. I'm just trying to stop them from overrunning me at this point. I'm just trying to keep things cut back enough that I don't lose the war. We're just trying to stalemate right now. Oh my god, it's so cute. This Undermine so much. I feel alone in that. I loved Undermine. I think it shows that I finished the part-timer achievement. And I only complained a little bit. I think that's impressive. I liked Undermine enough to enjoy that. This character is like a tribute to Undermine. She's ready for a pool party. She's got her crab bomb. She's got her Undermine hyena with the goggles. Fully expecting several additional fires to start in our state tomorrow because morons insist on fireworks in the countryside. Yeah. Have any of you used a hori knife for gardening? I'm trying to figure out if it's like an actual good idea or if it's just like an internet trend that's not as useful as everybody says it is. Yeah, people are gonna set out fireworks whether they're legal or not. They always do. What's this? Oh, perception.
For the glory of the dragons.
She went to Undermine for college. She majored in pool parties. I love these, like, board shorts. I kind of wish I had them in real life. I feel like this would be, like, prime summer swimming wear. Is the bikini top, the board shorts, and then, like, the floaty. She is ready for a summer of fun. We had a house 2 over from us burned completely out 2 years ago due to fireworks in the middle of the city. Chaos reigns. That's terrifying. Personal fishing badge. Man. Now she's ready. Now she's ready for summer fun. Oh, you can RP walk on one of these things. You can do RP walking speed. That's excellent. It's pretty say, they hate fireworks. I like a big professional fireworks display enjoyed from a distance. Like, if they're doing, like, a fireworks event for, like, Symphony Splash over, like, the harbor, and, like, a bunch of people set out on, like, the government lawn and stuff. That's fun. When it's just, like, a Yahoo with, like, some firecrackers, like, throwing them at cats and burning stuff down, that's not fun. It's just, like, people terrifying animals and losing fingers. And I mean, the fingers are theirs to lose, but I felt kind of bad for the bear that got spooked by the fireworks the other day. He was just probably just taking like a nice bear nap. He or she was just like having a little bear snooze and then thought someone was shooting at him. Drone shows rapidly surpassing fireworks for impressiveness. Drone shows. I wonder if I would like that or not. I don't know. I think drones do really cool things for cinematography, but I hate seeing them in person because I can't stand the sound they make. They're like it's like a loud sound that's annoying, but also like bone chilling. There's something about it that's just I'm not here for. I hate it when like someone's just like flying a drone around because it's just the worst sound. Favorite 4th was when we had to stay in a hotel. We could have all the fireworks in the valley, but couldn't hear them. One perk of everything being expensive, people haven't been shooting off fireworks for 2 weeks like usual. Haven't heard any yet. I have one describe it as a swarm of angry wasps. Yeah, they do cool things for photography, although I feel like they probably disturb more nature than you would think, just on account of how loud they are. Oh, there's fishies in here. I like how there's lionfish in a puddle, because that's accurate. That's where you find them, is in freshwater puddles in the city. If you see fireworks shows every year since you were a child, they kind of become less impressive easily. They mostly remind me of Microsoft Solitaire. That's what fireworks... That's usually what fireworks bring to mind when I see them. I haven't actually been to a fireworks show, though, where I, like, went and sat and watched them, like, over the harbor or something in a long time, though. It's been some years. I would hear them set off in the city in the years we lived in the city, but we never actually, like, went. You would sometimes see them over the hill. One of the upsides of living in one of the most restricted airspaces in the planet is no one is allowed to fly drones. They're nice where we live. They can mimic fireworks. Is that the noise of fireworks? Oh. How many alt hunters do you have? A few. Definitely a few.
The life pools from the
I don't know. It might be 10. I haven't counted in a bit. Ton of tourists come here for 4th of July weekend. I'd rather stay home. Tried to run a bear off from a neighbor's trash, and the bear was not too bothered by the drone dive bombing. Hey, what do you want? When you look at that, the paparazzi's here. That's my bear impression. Probably bless the last boss. Yeah. Big event growing up, but as an adult, I hate crowds. Yeah, I don't seek them out. It's not my favorite place to be. It's pretty quiet out here most of the time, though. Normally, if someone has a drone, it's just like a neighbor kid, and it's kind of a matter of time before they crash it.
If only you could have understood the righteousness of our call. I will not allow you to disturb Meladrusa's work.
I remember when RC helicopters and planes used to be the thing, or a thing anyway. People would fly those out in the countryside or like go to a park or something. Replica model helicopters that like you'd put together, and they would take like a lot of work to put together, and I guess they were expensive. Some middle-aged dudes drinking beers crash them and then get mad about all the money they spent. I don't know. Hazel definitely not standing on her back porch with a slingshot. Yeah, for sure. If I was flying it, it would be me crashing it. I have no confidence that I would be able to pilot one of those things with any degree of safety. There's a good reason why I'm not trying to do it. Speaking of flying things, I saw a heron fly over my house this morning. We were out in the garden looking at the tomatoes, and you just hear like this like demented crow, and I'm like, man, that crow's got a problem. It's like croaking. And then I look up and I'm like, oh, it's a heron! It's not a crow at all. That's why it sounds funny. And whenever you see one flying overhead, it's like a Pokemon. It's like seeing a Ho-Oh from Pokemon Gold flying overhead. It's so cool. They're so big. Hori knives are great, but they're more a combination of a traditional weeder tool and a trowel. Best way I found to get weeds out from between pavers is to use an old paring knife you don't care about. Just make it your gardening knife. It's funny, I don't even have a good paring knife. I own 2 chef knives, which I alternate depending on how sharp I've sharpened them. A bread knife. Fishing knives, but those are fishing knives. I also try to keep those sharp. Some people aren't conscientious with drones, only fly low over my own property. Anywhere else, I'm up beyond the ability.
The exposed life pools are in grave danger. A powerful primalist is attempting to burn all the nesting areas. You must clear them to get to her. I will keep watch from above while I confront the dragon who is leading this assault.
This is a great time walking dungeon. I feel like it goes so fast.
Save as many as you can.
spending almost as much time in queue as I am in the dungeon. Secondhand store is a great place for finding old knives. Yeah. Should add it to my list. I need one old knife and one CD player, please.
Well done. You have secured the first pool. Now see to the others.
Can't wait to do this dungeon a million times next season. Additional goals for side quests, yeah. I'll have to let you know if I ever find one. I gotta actually like get out and start looking. Just been home, cleaning, bathing the cats.
Keep clearing them out. Do not let the Primalists desecrate this hallowed space.
We're at a point where we can pretty much justify busting the cats out of their quarantine as long as we keep up with their sulfur bounds. They're looking pretty clear. We're gonna get the vets to check them out, but I don't think the vets are gonna fungal culture them. It doesn't sound like they're that worried about it. We were talking with them and they were like, well, do they look better? And I'm like, I don't know, aren't you supposed to tell me that? And they're like, eh, you know them best. Okay. If you say so. I guess worst case scenario, if it comes back, I've got lots more sulfur dip.
You are almost to the master of these minions. Hurry onwards,
Those fast if the
champion.
tank can properly pull everything for sure. I'm just getting the item for the badges. It's about half of a level. Definitely not leveling all these characters to 90 right now. But depending on how motivated I stay at farming badges over Turbulent Time Wiz, I might get a good chunk of the way if I'm doing one dungeon per event in all of them. Probably be part of it.
The last
Something.
pool is safe.
If the
She
vault
is
changes,
exposed.
debating just completely
Attack
abandoning
that
Mythic Plus next
Primalist
season, being a pure raid
before she
player.
can summon reinforcements.
I kind of forgot what the vault changes are. Can you refresh my memory? I want to weigh in, but I don't remember what they're doing. Wanted to level it first after like 15-ish dungeons, struggling to keep going.
Overwhelmed by the flame. Fire, consume my enemies.
I kicked it.
Tend to the flame.
Pugs are killing me. I've had pretty good groups. I've been doing this for like a day or two, and I feel like I've only had like...
You cannot escape.
I don't think I've actually had like a wipe or a disaster. I think it's been going pretty smooth.
Snuffed out to
Bonfire in Eversong Woods is kind of in the middle. Candy buckets can mark it on your map,
monster.
or
I protect
if you
these
mouse over the
night
map, the
fools.
quest marker should show up.
No.
The midnight one is in the new version of Eversong Woods, so if you're phased to the old version, you might need to talk to Zidormi to phase it. Raid boss bonus rolls give a tier above the raid. Bonus roll tokens are a vault will turn to starting week 1. Right. Correct bosses put myth gear in vault? Hi, Hazel. Soon I will adopt a puppy. Congratulations. Do you have any tips for me? Oh, so exciting. Let me think. What's actually useful? Before I got Moose, I definitely like bought and read a book about positive reinforcement dog training, and I made my partner read it too, so that we could be like on the same page about how we wanted to go about training the dog, because it's no fun to like have different ideas about raising a dog with like another person that you're raising it with, if there is another person involved. I don't know. I think the thing that I needed to remember when I first got my dog was just kind of an expectation setting thing. Like, setting the expectation of, like, how it's going to be when you have a new puppy, because it kind of sounds like it's going to be amazing, and it probably will be. But I kind of, like, even though I had read about the puppy blues, I kind of underestimated how hard it was going to be, and that hit me pretty hard for a while. And then I also, I guess, had all sorts of ideas about, like, how me and my dog were going to be together and the kinds of things we'd be able to do before I'd really met my dog yet. And I had to kind of adjust my expectations for what life was going to be like with him. Because I didn't really know until I was in it. I think lowering my expectations a little bit and just letting myself off the hook a little bit, because we were training. And I was getting really frustrated because he wasn't being, like, perfect. And when I kind of stopped trying to ask perfect of him and I started going for pretty good, I feel like we all got along a lot better. Mileage may vary, of course, depending on what type of dog you're getting. I started out thinking that we were going to be, like, doing circus tricks, and then I settled for not a menace to society. But I imagine mileage will vary a lot depending on what kind of dog you are. They're all different, or what kind of dog you get.
Thank you, champion.
Used to work in a vet hospital, had a cat come to us with chronic skin issues. Did sulfur dance, blacklight, allergies, hypoallergenic Medicaid solution in a transdermal click pen. Oh, poor baby. Have a German Great Spitz. Oh, wow. Big, big dog. Oh, congratulations. My dog is oozing out of his bed behind me.
The Isles have awakened.
Something that helped me to remember is that they will eventually calm down. It takes a couple years, but they will eventually chill. If you ever feel like you're in a tornado that will never end, the tornado will eventually end. Enjoy it while it lasts. One day, they will just lay down and take a gosh darn nap. It'll happen. You just gotta believe. Cat had to wear a collar to stop it scratching its head so much. Oh, poor baby. I've been so relieved that my babies have been doing better with the, like, their ringworm looks like it's about cleared up. And their digestive tracts are, like, finally settling down, which I really appreciate. I think, and it was hard because they were having, like, diarrhea issues just for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, like months, basically ever since we got them. And we were working with it at the vet, and it's like, well, it could be this, but, like, we're also treating all this other stuff, and all of these medications cause diarrhea. And, like, stress causes diarrhea, and food changes cause diarrhea, and apparently just being a kitten can cause, I don't know, it's crazy. And I was like, well, what if they have lifelong food allergies? And they might,
champion,
but they might just have needed to eat the same thing and chill out for a month or two, and also just, like, get some probiotics.
You to defend it.
I was kind of frustrated when the probiotics didn't sort it out in the first week, but I feel like we've started to see some real improvement now.
And the light
just had to chill out and ride it out, as long as they were staying hydrated. I didn't do this one yet. I didn't. Getting cute. Cute up. It's finally starting to run out of hunters. I feel like we're getting to the end of them. Inflammation can cause the immune system to overreact. Inflaming the digestive tract can be normal. Yeah. It was the weirdest thing because they gave us, we did like a bunch of fecal tests. And they gave us a week of antibiotics for them because they said that they had like overgrowth of bacteria in the tummy, which apparently can happen for all kinds of reasons. I don't know. And then, like, while they were on the antibiotics, like, everything was, like, perfect. But then as soon as they got off of them, it went back. And I'm like, well, what does that mean? But they're doing better. Probiotics are kicking in. Also, you know what's kind of embarrassing is... Ah, never mind. Not even gonna go there. They're doing better now. That's the important thing. Husky BC mix 5 now, able to occasionally not be a crackhead. My boy Moosey has settled down so much in the last year. He's only 3. He's such a chill, good boy. My big baby. I'm gonna need those cats to be healthy. I'm gonna require them to not have any, like, chronic, lifelong, or autoimmune conditions or anything, because I need them both to live to 20. They gotta sign a contract or something. I know you can't control stuff like that in life, but I'm gonna need them to be fine. We've had a heck of a year, and I just need the babies to be okay. They're so sweet and cute. Oh my god, they're so cute. They do the biscuits. They both do just like the most aggressive biscuits with the full shoulder, like stomp, 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 stomp. We're gonna do... Turn the cooldown manager off. We don't need it. So much to do. Final days of Midsummer, Turbulent Timeways, and all the Midnight Endgame options. Yeah. I've been, like, ignoring Midnight. Which is kind of awful, but I kind of have been. That's not true. I did Rotmire this morning. It counts. It's something. I want Valdraken, that's right. 8-minute queue. I wonder how many hundreds I have left. I forget. I didn't count when I was back on my loading screen. We could take a look and see how we're doing badge-wise. Sometimes the longer dose works. It can be a snowball effect where the gut health is thrown off and then inflammation, overgrowth. Yeah. Yeah, I think what's been helping them is just keeping them on the same stuff and the same routine. And like a little bit of probiotics with every meal and just kind of giving it some time to like balance out. I feel like the poor babies, like they barely had a chance to get a gut biome in the first place. They're not that old. They're only like 4 months old, 4 maybe 5 months old. And they've been on so many medications for so many like we had to deworm them a couple of times because it took a few rounds to actually get them dewormed. Poor babies had bad worm bellies. And then the antifungals and the antibiotics and their tummies just need a chance. Where are we going? I just want to smush him. I just want to pick him up and smooch him and rub him on my face and smush him.
The aspects have returned. Aspects watch over you.
I don't need a lot. Actually, not true. I'm pretty high maintenance. I need lots in my life. And one of the things that I need is cats. I need kitties. Applied to my face. Wrapped around neck like scarf. Babies. But I'm glad they're looking better. I think we're gonna crack them out of jail soon. Good cat mama, dog mama. We try. Never gonna be perfect, but we try and be good enough. They seem happy. They know that we love them. He's sleeping. I got a puppy dog who's like snoozing back there. Look, it's 3/5 of my dog. Deep people see. Hi, baby. Here, we're just waiting in a time walking queue, right? Yeah. Hi. He has a lot of like neck fur and like neck scruff, and I feel like it feels really good when you get like all your nails in there and you like really like scritch it out. It makes a huge pile of fur on the floor, but that's why we have vacuums. Oh, you sleepy? I wish I could take a nap with you. In another life, I would have like a triple XL king bed, like people that want to have like 5 people sleep in bed with them get, except it would just be like big dogs and a bunch of cats. Sounds perfect. I don't let Moosey sleep in bed with us because we only have a queen bed and we barely fit in it with just the 2 of us. And Moose is a big boy. And I love him to pieces, but he's not very spatially considerate. Moose doesn't really think about where anybody else is when he gets it into his head that he wants to go somewhere. Like, he'll walk in front of you, he'll cut you off. he'll kind of like stand in front of you if you're asking him to move. He'll just kind of look up and be like, why? You can go around. And if you're like cuddling with him on the couch and he wants to like kick back, he'll just like kick you until you move. He's a sweet boy. He's a good boy. He's lovely. And he's not like a bad-mannered dog, but like if he's gonna want to be somewhere, he's gonna try and make it happen. He has a big habit of getting in the way. I enable him because I just step over him. I just vault over him like a hurdle. They lay sideways in the bed and hog it. Yeah. Yeah, he's the queen. I set up this hunter when I had my short brown hair. This is world. We're just living in it. I guess I could customize her hair to look more like mine. There's a barbershop render somewhere. That'll probably make the keep up. Probably give her like a pink bun. Pretty sure that you can give humans pink hair now. Cats have a big tendency to run in front of your feet too. It's like they look at exactly where you're about to go and then they're like, I'm gonna the last minute dart right in front of your foot. If you're coming in trying to feed them, they tricky to not do tricky to not get a what do you mean messy bun? Yeah, kinda. That's not it. That's not it. It's not the right pink. It's too much of a cool toned pink. I love a warm toned pink. I don't know, I think I'm just gonna leave her with her pixie cut. I think it looks cute. She's got a Kira and she's got a moose. Baby girl. How's Timewalking going? That's pretty good. The DBS queues have been a little longer this morning. It's been about 8 minutes per character, which is for sure slowing us down a little bit. It's coming along though. Let me look at my so, let's see. Oh, Crawdad has a couple thousand badges. And then these two are unfortunately phantom. Those two don't count. So 22, let's say 24, 25, 26, 31, about 33.1k. I need 4k badges. Healer take to help, just want to use the time for admin. It's very sweet of you. I'm alright though. We're almost there. This one's actually been like 10 minutes. Poke around, clean out the bags. You know how it is. Can't believe I've had that Moose is 3 years old and I still don't have a Moose emote for stream. That is some top tier procrastination. Wasn't expecting the Dragonflight Timewalking vendor to come out, so I was out of patches when this started. I wasn't expecting the Dragonflight Timewalking vendor to be so good.
Welcome to the
I didn't think they would have so many juicy things. Should I learn Mistweaver or Prevoker? Most others mostly sorted. Those two aren't really vibing with me. I feel like if it's just like an experiment, Prevoker's interesting. Or at least it was in Dragonflight. I don't know what they did to it lately. Prevoker's kind of a fun concept. Plus, it might be more fun now that you can use the thing to help you stay in Visage more often. Let me in! Let me in! Love this quiver mog. With a little, like, dog treat bag on it. I guess it could be dog bags, too. Gotta pick up after your pets. Provoker's getting a change to a main ability in 12-1. Oh. Brackenhide, yes! I just need my sound to not give up. I want to enjoy the voice acting today. We lost a DPS, but they'll sort us out. None of the casters are really vibing with me for midnight. I ended up feeling the most gutted or reworked, so I guess in my melee era. Not a bad time to be in a melee era. I'm thinking if I'm gonna play Warrior next season, I need to at some point actually sit down and learn it. Feels super strange. It is kind of giving golf back.
I'll pass your story on.
Who's stealing our meat?
Who's stealing our meat? I need them to bring this back into the rotation so I can get all my vocal stems from here. Got the best ones. Hi, Hazel. Hi, douchebag Luke. How you doing? Happy Friday.
Shall cross again.
Happy long weekend if you've got one of those. Hi, everyone. Love the hair. Thank you very much. We're going. We're time walking. I'm trying to get through all of my alts before the weekends. After this one, I'll have to look and see how many more I have. I think it'll pick up a little bit because some of my other characters are going to be healer capable, so they'll get shorter queues. Not the meat storage. Like the extra druids, the extra priests can heal. I think basically anything that can heal is going to. Healing time walking seems easy enough that I can pretty much do it without having to like set up my bars too hard. I bet we can figure it out. But we gotta get through the hunter catalog. I kind of appreciate about the hunters that they are like mandatory DPS queues. There's no like tank spec that I could be playing if only I wanted to. Kind of thing. Stuff together up over here. Just resubbed after a long break. Don't even have a 90 yet. Ah, you will soon. It's good leveling right now. There's lots of stuff to do. I've heard that the new invasion point zones are really good for leveling. Negtal and Vol on normal. And then time walking's always great too. I thought it was. Oh, I forgot to check on my last hunter and the troll if I got a new stack or like a refresh on Turbulent Timeways. I had apparently played that troll during the last time walking event, and then not since.
What's you waiting for?
And she still had a Mastery of the Timeways buff. Meat thieves. Got the Ahoon Mount. Congratulations. Congrats on the bird.
I take stolen meat from your bones. Water! It's our meat!
I was expecting it to be like all the other holidays. I think it was going to be, and then they had to hotfix the drop rate up and like boost the bad luck protection because a bunch of people like cheese got it from the bags, and that was the only way that they could make it remotely fair without doing rollbacks, which would have been stressful. They probably didn't have a good way to roll it back.
Got deep enough.
I can't believe that you were able to cheese that by just peeking in the bag and then just not opening it. It was such a funny cheese. Oh, Moose, you want up? Yeah, let me let you up. I'm good. Don't kick me. I'm pulling stuff. I'm sure they're thrilled to have me. Shows up to pack late. Pulls extra trash. Just the pug you want to have in your group. Playing melee too long, my tab targeting is rusting. I'm pulling everything. I tend to just walk too close to stuff. I don't respect the body pull enough. Once I get to all my goblin and gnome ults, I have some mogging to do sitting in queues. That's a good idea. I feel like that would keep me busy. Make a new mog. Plus, it's not like I don't have the slots for it. I know I bought a bunch of stuff in the July trading post, but I'm kind of disappointed that we're already, like, we don't get any more stuff until August trading post now. I need a really good one. What all the weapons? I got a couple weapons too. There was a goblin-themed ranged weapon with rockets. Yeah. There's the water gun. I don't think of what else. There must be a goblin rocket-themed ranged weapon. There has to be, right? I don't have a specific one in mind, but there has to be. Also, my batteries are low. If they die, I'm gonna just put my headphones on because I don't want to miss the voice acting. It's too good. One of the pinwheel staves didn't have enough. I originally was gonna get one, and then I changed my mind and I decided to get the rocket staff instead. I think I realized I wasn't actually gonna use the pinwheel saves.
You killed Dreamhouse. Strong meat.
Strong meat. Is it not clever meat? Have I Mandela effect myself here? Pinwheels are so cute. Definitely heard clever meat when you ran this yesterday. Is it because we barely have any casters in the group? Imagine if you needed to have like a caster for them to call you clever meat, and when you have like all melee and hunters, they're just like, yeah, strong meat. Let's not lie. Oh, it depends on the boss kill. Really? Like how fast you kill it, or? Because it's always tree mouth, right? I didn't know it was variable. Which boss you kill? I figured it was tree mouth. And I know I just did kill tree mouth. I must have had the line misremembered before. She gets more impressed as you progress through the dungeon. Oh. So maybe when we kill Gutshot, we'll be clever meat.
Love the sound of track snaps.
She's cute. I'm just gonna need her to call me clever meat, otherwise what am I here for? a hunt leader. Yeah, I bet you're right. I bet you're exactly right.
Clever meat. I'll wither your strength myself.
Because it's Rathai who's yelling about it. I wonder if I just never varied the order when I did this in Dragonflight. We just did it in the same order every time. James, thank you very much. 28-month resub. Appreciate it. Hey! 28 months? Has it really been that long? Holy smokes, dude. Appreciate it very much. Hope you've been doing good. Hope you're having a happy 4th weekend. Grilling some steaks or something. Hey, how the heck are you? Doing all right. Doing all right. Keeping it together. Oh, I kicked the wrong one. It was Canada Day. It was fine. I didn't do anything special. I just wore my Canada shirt like I do on many different days. It was just a normal day. It was quiet out though. Wherever people celebrate Canada Day, evidently it's not here. People must go somewhere else for it. All we do for our national holidays, get the day off work. You didn't do it up big with Moose and maple syrup, hockey, Tim Hortons. Can't say. I mean, every day is limited up big with Moose.
I claim everything. I will wither this world and eat its bones.
Assuming you mean the dog. We did actually, on Canada Day, we saw an elk. We were walking the dog and we were about to head down a trail and we were like, is that an elk butt? And then we determined it was an elk butt and we decided not to walk down that trail. Because it did not look like it wanted to move, and I don't want to try to get my dog by an elk.
And eat its bones.
So Canada and Eurovision next year. That's what people were telling me. Whenever somebody like tries to run a debuff on me, or like does it by accident, I always think that it's Flabby, because whenever I'm doing Mythic Plus, if Flabby gets a ring like this and he's in melee and I'm out back healing, he will run it back to try to run it on top of me. Cause I think cause he likes me. And now even when he's not in the group, if someone's like running a debuff towards me, I'm like, oh yeah, it's probably Flabby. He's doing the thing again. And then depending on how whiny I'm feeling, I'll be like, no. Because I'm very big and grown up. So scary to have small pets by large animals like that. Would not go that path. Yeah. I mean, my dog's not even that small. He's just... I don't trust him not to piss off an elk. I don't trust him not to, like, antagonize it accidentally. Moose would probably want to play, and if an elk decides wants to kick somebody, someone's breaking a bone. That's a big animal. Bullying friends cause friend. That's how you know he likes you.
Rot and die.
Why does Fluffy have a crush on you? I think he might have a crush on me. What I'd be scared of. Dogs just want to play with everything, but they don't get it.
I will not lose more. The rats
I don't know what we can do.
for
He saw a horse
you,
once, and he
I
just about
will
like
claim your
went to
withered
space.
bones.
He completely like locked up, and he was kind of looking at it with the widest eyes I've ever seen on a dog, and he was just like, "What is it?" And the horse, we were on a trail, and the horse wanted to come say hi to Moose, because I guess it was like a friendly horse, and it starts like walking over to him, and the person riding the horse had to be like, that dog is not ready to meet you yet. Sorry, friend. That dog is having an aneurysm because you're the biggest thing it's ever seen. To be fair, horses are pretty scary. My dog is an idiot. We saw a moose a couple of weeks ago, and he so tried to be its friend. Luckily, the moose decided to go eat somewhere else. I would rather my dog play bow at a bear than a moose. We don't have actual moose on the island, but didn't know a dog could get that big. Yeah, he's seen some pretty big Great Danes, but the horse was something else.
For the glory
Moose
of the
never met a
dragon.
dog too big for him to play with.
Ours is a
And I mean, he's a good size himself, but he met some giant dogs in the city, and he never met a dog he didn't want to play with. He was always game. Louis got into a fight with the window earlier, but that was because I have pigeon friends on my balcony. Oh, man. Alright. How many hunters do I have left? Am I almost done? I feel like I've got one more hunter left. And then we're into Druid land, and they can all heal, and the priests can all heal too. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get in queue, get up and take a quick midstream break, and then hopefully I'll make it back in time, and I don't get like an instant queue. So we're gonna stick ourselves
Zealots
Timewalking
and her
dungeon.
devouring host
And I
lay
will be right back.
siege to the Sunwell. The
We're back. I made it. I didn't miss my cue. Top up the dog water and baby. Fresh battery set of earbuds. This would be a good chance for me to, halfway through, get to Valdrakken. Maybe think about another Mog. I like this Mog, but it's not very hunter. It's more of a day look. Although she does kind of look nice with like the butterfly and the peacock. It's all very elegant. This way. I love the butterfly hunter pets. It's just such a big butterfly. It's just so large. Even if they take longer to get into time walking, I'm happy I have so many hunters. They're worth it. I'll keep them. This is a cute hunter. I think this is my only female Draenei character. I think this is the one.
Aspects watch over you. Victory in all your battles.
Let's take a look. This is her. She's got the cute little side braid. Just how I do my hair sometimes when I want to get it out of the way. She's got her little spring dress and her butterfly wings and her butterfly on her pet. Oh, she got a cute pop. Sporby, one of the best. Oh, got another pet from Delves. Congrats, jealous. Oh, she's going to Algazar Academy. Looks like we're wearing this mug after all. Although she definitely needs another mount. I don't think that the Nether Ray is cutting it. Gotta ride the butterfly mount, right? Even if it's not a ground mount. Gotta ride the butterfly. There you go. That's the stuff. 4 million. One more to get other than the Laius? It feels like it would be so many delves to try to get that.
New students.
It just, I'm sure it's brute
How
forceable, but it
wonderful.
doesn't feel brute forceable.
It has
And I
been
just like
quite some
stopped
time
doing
since
delves at a certain point. I have plenty of
seems like
keys.
things are in further disrepair. Indeed.
Hex
Come
Bunny,
with us.
Treasure
It
Saka,
should only
4
take a
million.
moment.
These
I
lashers
kept
must
getting
have
Treasure
grown
Saka.
wild while we were
I got like
away.
6 of them. And then none of the
Please,
other pets. Maybe my
if you
luck
could,
is just sucks because like I'm
Leave
not
them
getting
out
the
while
right
we
ones.
realign the life magics of this place.
Let him gather up a little bit. I feel like maybe if we do it for this first trash pull, it'll be back up for the end. Maybe. Also gotta fix my bars a little bit. Kinds of a mess. Haven't gotten very many in my main. I'm only doing delves right now to gear my hunter a little. I fear I may be here forever. Shadow Snake, thank you very much for the 32-month race. I appreciate it. It's wild to think that every time that happens, it means years. Does she have her herbalism? Oh, she does have her herbalism hat on.
This is your fault.
Absolutely not.
Please, help us, new students.
Hello from Belgium. Love the hair. Thank you very much. Hello from Canada. Love this expansion and the alt gearing, getting all the Myth Track class sets. Yeah, it's nice how accessible alt gearing feels. It feels like if I want to get an alt geared up, I like can do it without having to involve anybody until later. It's Voldraken. Voldraken was pretty, but I didn't love navigating it. Dornegal was alright. I didn't love navigating it. I miss Borellis. I feel like, I know it's been a while, but I feel like that was the last city that I really liked. Insane Dragonflight Burnout, just the Voldraken music makes me a little nauseous. What time walking do we have next week anyway? BFA! Speaking of Borellis, we're going to BFA next week. Don't think they've been easy to navigate since Dalaran. Borellis wasn't so bad for most of it. But Dazarlor sucked. Dazarlor was split. Like, the dock was too far from the professions. Was too far from, like, the inn. In Borellis, all those things were kind of, like, back to back to back. Hated Dorvos, felt like an airport. Yeah. I 100% agree. Basically was an airport. I feel like Shadowlands was strongly let down by how annoying it was. Uh-oh. I almost died. How annoying it was to get between the zones. If they had just made those portals in Oribos actual portals and not like flight paths that you have to go through the regular flight path master to get to, I feel like that would have done. That would have helped. I get why they had to be portals and not just like physically connected zones. But I feel like, and they on beta they were portals. It wasn't until later that they changed it so they had to put you on like a nausea-inducing flight path to get there. Shadowlands was basically unplayable without engineering for me for wormholes. Like the animations flying between the zones. They were cool, but I had to like look away. I couldn't watch it. It made me so sick. Is it crazy that Shadowlands was before Dragonflight and we didn't have skywriting back then? We were just flying around like old-fashioned style, swimming in the air. It's wild to me. Do you remember when the Oribos map wasn't marked? It was impossible to navigate? Design-wise? Yeah. I feel like even the different areas of Oribos could have looked more visually distinct from each other to kind of help you remember which part was which, and they all kind of had the same sort of gray stone. Hard to imagine retail without skywriting now. Convinced that the Oribos map rotates, because how can I never remember where the bank area is? Yeah, I think they know Dalaran's a round city, and they wanted another one kind of like that, and they took it too far. Also, I think you should have been able to mount in the whole place. If they were going to make it that big, it should have all been mount capable, and not just part of it. It felt so arbitrary which parts you could and could not mount in Oribos. It seemed so arbitrary. Did not feel very indoors. Hoping for a Shadowlands remix just for all along. Waiting for Shadowlands to get its revisionist history. I had a lot of fun in Shadowlands. It was a good expansion for me. It had issues for sure, but like I had a ton of fun. The raids were great. The dungeon seasons were super fun. The collecting was varied. Lots of different types of grinds to do. Shadowlands as well. The Shadowlands patch zones were a little rough until Zereth Mortis, though. Or just the endgame zones, like the Maw, followed by Korthia, of course. That thing where if you followed the lines to the Korthia portal, you could stay mounted. But if you stepped off, you'd get dismounted. Clearly a bug, but what are we doing? As with all the why was this expansion unpopular, people will eventually rediscover the leveling zones, which are very cool, and forget that we spent all of our time in the Maw, which sucks. Yeah, the zones are amazing. The questing was very good. I liked that each of the covenants, as many issues as the covenant system had, I liked that each of them had like a very defined, very unique aesthetic. And the cosmetics that they gave us to go with those were like unparalleled at the time. That was when they really got into making custom back pieces that weren't just cloaks, which was huge at the time. Oh no! Oh, I'll be right back. Nobody saw. I fumbled that. I fumbled that real good. I don't actually know which way I'm going either. I guess this way and then that way. Oopsies. Oh dear. I was so convinced that I was gonna fall off the edge, and then I'm like, oh man, if you're falling off, you should do a sick disengage back on. And then I was like trying to position myself to do that while I thought I was falling, but I had landed, but then I ran off the edge and then I didn't disengage. I just made everything worse. Edges are dangerous for partner and I when we play monks. All those mobility abilities. I don't have a pet! What? After this, I get to start healing some Timewalking dungeons.
Please excuse the
We'll have to see if we can scrape enough badges to buy the set today.
I'm just putting together
Maybe,
my
but maybe
lesson
not. I don't know. I used all my kicks. That's all I had.
Here we are. Long ago, members of the Blue Dragon Flight accidentally overloaded an arcane elemental and created a powerful
I just realized I'm wearing a Shadowlands t-shirt today. I got my Covenant shirt on.
That quickly started to wreak havoc.
Thought my Shadowlands senses were tingling.
The Blue Dragons battled Veximus fiercely,
The way that the butterfly like
attempting to
flashes on
prevent it
the
from
top and bottom of his
absorbing
wings and
stray
Viso Wrath is very
arcane
funny.
orbs that could
Normally
allow
the
it to
texture
grow
of the pet
further
kind
out
of like
control.
diffuses the enrage
Veximus
color
began
more, but there's like no
manifesting
texture on the butterfly, it's just flat panels.
in order to drive back the dragons.
I'm not gonna go over there.
As the dragons neared victory, Veximus unleashed its full arcane power against them.
I decided I actually like being a hunter in the dress. It's a good opportunity to make good use of the floral bow. I feel like if you have a theme, you should really commit to it. I don't think anything else would work quite as well.
Though Veximus tried its best to defeat the
Maybe like
dragons,
the skirt combo
it
with
was
the crop top.
ultimately destroyed.
Maybe that would
Well
be the move.
done. Since you did so well,
Can
on your
retransmog
lesson,
them next week when we're waiting in our next
feel
time
free
walking
to
queue.
take something from the good student's reward chest.
Oh, it's the fish mount. Did I ever end up buying that? I had that thing frozen for a long time. I did buy it. I feel like I had that corrupted behemoth frozen in my trading post for like a year before I finally committed to it. I don't freeze things very often. I don't like shift my freeze slot. I've had the red butterfly frozen for a long time. I guess I should just buy it. I should just buy it and then freeze something else. I've been looking at it for that long, maybe I would use it on somebody. I do love a butterfly, even if I like the other color better. That's what's hanging me up, is I feel like if I want to be on a butterfly, I'd rather just be on the pearlescent one. Weakenless the last boss. Misread the tank's name. I thought it was Beard Shells. Sounds kind of like a fun thing. Well, I shouldn't do accessorize your beard. Did I not kick that one? I meant to. Just like in Mythic Plus. The worst thing about being a melee is when you're doing one of these corner pull packs and there's just a bunch of AoE going around and you're just stuck in the middle of it with your camera right up some mob's butt. Like, well, I hope I'm not standing on anything. A better player than me would know.
These are sacred halls of learning. Only those registered may access them.
Also, with the chance of being controversial, I very much enjoyed the internal conflict of Sylvanas' character, but I know that's me and like 3 others. I guess I should make a club and get together every week and talk about it. Have pins. Bring finger sandwiches. Sounds like fun. 4 people is like the perfect size for a club. You get to debate who's gonna be like the secretary, who's gonna be the treasurer. Did you guys ever get like shoehorned into a role in your childhood clubs?
Think about what you have done.
I always ended up getting stuck with secretary, and then I had to take meeting minutes. For like, I don't even remember what kind of club it was.
From this.
But I did not like taking minutes. I did not appreciate being the note taker. It's not as much fun.
Go to the corner.
And then you like type up the minutes and you hand them out and everyone's like, yeah, we know, we were there. It's like, well then, what did I write this down for?
Learn from this.
Meanwhile, it's all about like collecting pogs or something. Alright. Played violin for many years, so every time there was something at school, they would put me on the music team, but I wanted to do the play. The drama kids had the most fun. They had so much. The theater kids always had more fun than everybody else.
To all dragons.
I was always jealous because I was too shy to be one of them, and I should have just done it anyway. It would have been fun.
The Isles
But
have
I
awakened.
was a band kid instead. All right.
Honor all dragons.
Let's heal one of these. It's time, I think, to get into the druids. Yeah. was whack my triangle. Ding. Alright, we are gonna queue time walking, healer queue time walking, and we are going to set ourselves into resto and see how long the queue actually turns out to be. And all we really need for this is mouse over, really. Yeah, mouse over cast enabled, that's good. Maybe some starter build talents, because she's got some outdated talent builds going on over here. Doing 1 dungeon per character in order to get... Oh dear. Bags are a mess. In order to get, like, a 200 badges per character. Try that. Yeah. There's some cool stuff on the vendor, and I wanna get as much of it as I can. Was one of those kids who never wanted the spotlight, but used my senior year to break that bubble and got on TV with the Quiz Bowl team. Oh, that's sick. Used to do that when it was 500 with my 30 tunes. Yeah, yeah. Got a bunch of them now. I wish I had had the stamina to do this back when it was 500. Although, back then, they weren't transferable, so you had to save up. You had to buy a different thing on, like, each character with those badges, or, like, save up to buy a different thing in order to actually, like, use them. Well, that was a pretty fast queue. Sure. Last thing I was using this character for was farming lumber for decor crafting. Quiz Bowl leads to Jeopardy. I'd never heard of Quiz Bowl. We didn't have anything like that. Way too much Bible stuff. It's also nice though. They've got cool things. Take some stuff off my bars. I feel like I have buttons from like years past. Hello, Mr. Sonic Gen. How you doing? Need another 2 anniversaries to get enough badges for it all. No, I should probably keep regular Moonfire. I had like a mouse over Moonfire that I used to use to try to keep people in combat in Arena. And I think it's okay to safely assume this character no longer needs her bars to be set up for Arena. It is okay to let that go. It could be time to say goodbye. There's a meme in our house where whenever we're like losing a Hearthstone battleground, or it's just like time to go to bed, we start singing like the opening lines of Andrea Bocelli's Time to Say Goodbye version. I think it's got Sarah Brightman on it too. It's not like a very memeable song, but like it works. Every time you enter combat and you're like, oh no, we are about to die. Time to. Plus, you can really go for broke if you feel like making a fool of yourself. I don't know the Italian, unfortunately. I only know. I think we only know the words "time to say goodbye," and then we just ad lib the rest of it with like moose. Sounds very good because I do not speak Italian. Is that elephant tameable? I don't know. That would be cool. Maybe. I'm not on a hunter, or else I would beast lore it for you. I feel like I don't have Moonfire in my bar. Barely know the English of that song. Both are good. It's one of those things you can just make up the words. I feel like Sarah Brightman will forgive me. It's one of my favorite things about having a house is if you want to sing opera poorly in your shower, you don't have to worry about anyone behind your walls hearing you. It doesn't have to be like awkward at the mailbox.
Now Thalris belongs to the Kalashi now.
Hunter pets I usually look for on WoW-Petopia. That's my go-to fan site for hunter pet models. WoW-Petopia. I'm sure my neighbors enjoy my rendition of Phantom of the Opera. Oh, that's a good one. We sing that one in the shower too. A few songs from that actually. There's the theme, of course. Music of the Night, very good. Think of Me is my personal favorite. Although if you leave the bathroom window open, the neighbors can probably still hear it. What's the point of having your own shower if you can't just, like, absolutely destroy bracket derogatory some song or another? Have you heard Rhythm of the Night? Banger. No, I've missed it. Gigapoggers, it is tameable. So sad they took Gilmore Girls off Netflix.
The hunt begins! Magma flows!
Did I tell you guys? After all of these years, I actually kind of got into another K-pop group, kind of. I didn't think they would ever suck me back in. I had a big K-pop phase, kind of 2018-ish. And I listened to a lot of it, and I've like still listened to the stuff that was new back then, but I hadn't gotten into any of the new groups. I was feeling like it was over. And I recently, because it came up on a recommendation on my speaker, and then I like hunted down where it came from. It's sort of K-pop. It's Santos Bravos. Hybe Geffen, who are the people that did Cat's Eye, did a show in Latin America and pulled together a boy group from all over South America. There's a member from Puerto Rico, there's a member from Peru, there's a member from Mexico, there's a member from America, and then there's a member from Brazil. There's a Brazilian member as well. And they only have like 6 songs, but they're so catchy because they've got like K-pop production, but they're using Latin style beats, and the songs are in Spanish and Portuguese. And it's like just exactly what I wanted for the summer. I just need more of it because I'm kind of wearing out the 5 or 6 songs they have. And they're very fun, and I require more of them. It feels like the perfect thing for like an ex K-pop listener. Need to hear this later. Okay, you should look it up. It's Santos Bravos. They've got a couple of singles, but like even on the EP, there's no skips. Does K-pop Demon Hunters count as a K-pop group? I think so. I don't see why not. Rhythm of the Night, certified 1993 banger of a song. I like the use we in that statement, implying that both of you were in the shower singing. I mean, would that be so wrong? Listen, if you're allowed to have a power duet. No K-pop groups can have a lot of members, but to have a Brazilian of them seems excessive. They put out the survival show on YouTube, and it wasn't as good as the Cat's Eye survival show that went to Netflix. Just in terms of like pacing and editing and stuff like that. But I thought it was interesting that they tried to basically like train these guys and set them up in like 3 months from just like auditioning them to like get it, like actually like picking your group, like 3 to 6 months, whereas the Cat's Eye girls, they had them for a couple of years, and even that was supposedly fast because normally in Korea they'll like incubate people for like years and years before they ever debut anybody. Boy bands have been a thing in South America for a long time. Ricky Martin started off in a boy band called Menudo. in the survival show, some of these guys that were auditioning for Santos Bravos were talking to their parents, and their parents were like, "It's not going to be like Menudo, is it?" And I figured that was probably like an old school boy band, and they were like, probably not. I don't know, Mom. We'll see. But I've been very into it. I've been playing it all on replay. Good to turn up to and boogie in the kitchen while you're making your dinner. There's the old saying, safe water shower with a friend. It goes well until you're just like having like a long good conversation in the shower and you're like, we could probably be doing this without the water running. We could probably just like hang out like on the couch or something and not need to we could probably, like, I think we're both clean.
I'll hammer you into shape. Heating up fast.
I don't know if
brought just for you.
I don't know if Moonfire exists anymore.
Trim and punch. Vent the forge.
Also shower together for the fascinating discussions. I mean, it's nice if you've got like maybe you've got like a conditioner that needs like some time to work in your hair and you don't want to just like, I don't know, stand around. It's nice to have company. Shower with your friends. Hey Hazel, hi Timmy, how you doing? Happy Friday. I'm going this way, that way? Yeah. Oh. I forgot I had those target macros. I've also fallen behind, which is probably part of the problem. Don't mind me, coming along. Listen to one K-pop group in my life. Hang on. Where is it? I see the reply. I'm looking for the original message. I missed it. Oh, it was Big Bang. You did pick a good one. Hope your time walking's going well. My adventures doing Ajkahet came to an end with a forever in combat bug. Oh, that sucks. Can't seem to fix it. I'm sorry to hear that. Fantastic. I feel like I got into K-pop kind of right as like second gen, which is sort of Big Bang and SNSD and all that was kind of like leading into third gen. So like when BTS was like still kind of grinding and not really blown up yet, but was kind of working it, and like Blackpink was debuting, and NCT was a big thing for me. I listened to a lot of that. I would say SNSD is second gen, yeah, because there was a first gen that happened before I ever heard of K-pop.
An embarrassment of riches.
More like, I'm trying to think if TVXQ would be that old. More like the like, you know how what's his name? The CEO that like put together Twice, and he had like that famous video with like the clear pants. He was in a group originally. Like I feel like his group would have been first gen. Our only connection to K-pop is liking the new BTS Oreo cookies. I saw an advertisement for those, and I can't fathom what they would taste like. I don't have them. I don't really want them. Why are they purple? What's going on? So many questions. I didn't even make it to Valdraken. I was on my way. Brown sugar something. Ray's become a self-parody, I think is what's going on. Wonderful dipped in coffee. Didn't they have a cookies and cream Oreo? Which is literally the point of Oreos, is that they are a cookie with like a cream filling, and then they made a cookies and cream flavored cookie and cream cookie. Like, am I having a stroke or did that happen? I have those right now. I'm going to Valdraken, that's right. I used to like Oreos. I would take them apart and I would take like, I basically committed crimes against the Oreo. Like I would take one cookie and take like 20 minutes to eat it. And you would like lick off the middle part very methodically, and then I would nibble on like the cookie bit, like a tiny piece at a time. I don't know what my problem was. Could just eat it like a normal person. Nothing like the SNL UK Weekend Update BTS bit. I did love that. What's that comedian's name? Patty something? He was so funny. Zero sugar Oreos are pretty decent. I'm going this way, that's right. Had to stop buying them, ate too many during college. Patty Young, yeah. That's right.
For the glory of the dragons.
Alright. Let's do one more. Can kind of take or leave them usually, but the Oreo ice cream sandwiches are inexplicably cracked. I feel like Oreos are really the only brand of like off-the-shelf cookie that I can deal with. Everything else is just kind of a waste of a cookie. You may as well just get like a fresh one. Or just give up on the concept. We're going to queue for the Timewalking dungeon. Am I in my healing spec? I am. And we're gonna head to Valdraken. First one I had, I was like, oh, that's okay, nice enough, nothing exciting, but then I just wanted more, capital W, capital M. Some ice cream brands now have a cookies and cream cookie dough combo flavor that we love. We had picked up a pack of ice cream sandwiches, just like normal ones, with just like the sort of the chocolate like soft wafer situation on the outside of it, and then just ice cream in the middle of it, because I was looking at ice cream bars. Because I like, if I'm gonna have an ice cream dessert, I like it in like a pre-packaged amount. Especially if it's like a cone or like with the chocolate on the outside. And I was gonna get those, but then I was price checking the amount of them that you get for the amount you pay for it, and I got so offended that I decided that the ice cream sandwiches were better value, and they actually were very yummy. They were very tasty. Do you like her transmog? She's the baker. The theme of this alt is bread. Might need to look at her bars. Oh, she still has Time Ways buff from last time as well. Oh no, it's at 0%. I wonder. It's funny, it's got 2 hours remaining, 3 stacks, but it does say 0%. Shadowlands reps are warbound, yes. You can check by going into your rep journal, and it'll have the little campfire next to it when you mouse over. So if I mouse over these ones, they're not. If I look at Legion, it's not, but the Shadowlands ones are. This is the dungeon that I got into where I freaked out and I thought I had gone into a Wrath dungeon. I was in here like, oops. How could this happen to me? Do I not have an F-flow button? Sure, let's be a tree. Glad I found a cooldown. Looks like I'm gonna need it. The tree form, druid form doing bull rush is very funny to me. Just like this big old tree going. I kind of thought the witch hat that she has on was part of her like profession equipment, but I'm starting to think that's just my transmog. I also don't know if I can save this tank from every pull. The first one took a fairly long cooldown to do. Oh, I'm still in tree form though. How long does this last? I'm so confused. Oh, it's over. But it comes back in a minute. It's a 3-minute cooldown. Maybe I procced it. I must have procced it. That's a lot of bleeds. That many gushing wounds, I don't know if you're supposed to survive. It's just kind of a pressure problem at that point. A lot of my druids have the like the owl cat travel or cat form.
I will not allow you through.
What happened to his face? I don't think I ever looked up before. Poor guy. Someone. Oh, I was walking around to try to get a better look at his face, and I walked into his frontal. Someone took a chunk out of him. He's lopsided. He's unevenly weighted. How are you supposed to watch when they took out the eyeball half of your head? He's such a tall boss, I've never actually looked up at his face before.
I will not let you through! My sacrifice will keep these halls safe! A small victory. I will eliminate you.
One boss. I think I leveled this druid because I wanted a high mountain Tauren. I think that's what this is about. And then her name was too cute for me to delete, really. There's a lot of druids in this group. Having the most delicious sweet potato for lunch. Purple skin, white inside. So sweet. Oh, it sounds yummy. How do you like it? Do you just roast it up? Eat with spoon? I do yam sandwiches again sometime soon. I feel like we got the stuff for it. Baked with butter and cinnamon. Peace. Are the carrots an offhand? I think the carrots are an offhand. And then the baguette is a dagger. The tree with the carrots is sending me. Bull rush, the real movement ratio.
of you will be cinders.
We got lots of mana.
The
We don't have to
winds
worry
are
about it.
always in
I used to
my
myself whenever I would do tree farm because I would just spam regrowth and then have no more mana left. It's time walking though. We don't have to be so careful. I wonder if I'll have enough badges after this to buy the thing. I think maybe. And then I'll have to decide this weekend if I want to try to keep going to get the keys, the keyblades. Maybe. Rest of your time walking, just hit wild growth on cooldown / dance in between. Take a little healthy nap. The Pakar first or the slug? Oh baby, you know I got both of them already. I did buy the slug first, but I bought them both back to back. I had enough badges. I'm saving up for the fire druid mock now. They want 4,000 badges for it. But it's so cool, they're gonna get it. They got me. Don't think there's a better dance than the druid tree form dance. I'll have to check it out next time I'm next time it comes off cooldown. They look so happy when dancing. I don't want it. Kind of reminds me of the spawn of Viranoth. I'm not getting too excited for that too soon because it's going to be a few weeks yet. Just happy Turbulent Time we started. Slash dance! Oh yeah. Oh. It's just about backup. We definitely don't need to actually heal, right? Here, we'll throw up some heals. We'll cast a little wild growth. Then we'll slash dance. Oh. Maybe I'm struggling because I'm in combat. Do you think they're gonna get mad at me for this? They would have like a mild right. Is our healer slash dancing instead of healing us? In the middle of a poll? Did you pop your cooldown so you could see the dance animation? That was kind of weird.
We'll build a new world.
The bears with the
free
antlers
from
look
their
so goofy.
corruption.
It looks like a bear in a Halloween costume. It's a bear going to a stag party.
Let me show ya the power of the elements.
Boo, hiss, tomato, tomato.
You're gonna catch your death. Let me show ya the power of the elements.
Nearly done. I like how, just standing up straight, she has her hat kind of pulled down over her eyes like a pop star. I feel like she's about to start doing choreo. Man, these used to absolutely get me. Because I just would be healing my life away. and I would forget to pay attention for like one rotation to where the water thing was coming, and I would just get smoked by it. I get that the game doesn't send new players to the racial starting areas anymore, but it is still weird that new Night Elves start off in Teldrassil, which canonically does not exist anymore. It's not the only one, right? Like, Undercity in canon is still, like, blighted, right? But Undead would start there. It is weird. I fully agree, it is weird. I think it would have been so sad, though, if they didn't. Not only did we burn the tree, but also you don't get to do... Especially Teldrassil, the Teldrassil starting experience is such comfort wow for me. Like, if I ever want to just spend 30 minutes, not even 30, but 30 minutes and, like, doing something really familiar, I just start a new Night Elf and just play Teldrassil. It would be very sad if it was gone forever. Would love it if Druid tier sets came with a unique form for that set. Ooh, that would be cool. You can take Banithil Barrow Den from my cold, dead hands.
Cleanse the waters.
Spent a lot of time in there in hardcore. I love the dryads out there. What's her name? The Teldrassil starting area dryad that you go help. Tarandrella, right? I think that might be it. Night Elves are my favorite race. Love their starting zone. Ah, the great outdoors. I can't kick anybody. I have... Hang on, maybe I can cyclone him. And maybe he'll cyclone you. Oh no, we don't need to. Someone else made it back. Let's go turn this in, and then maybe hop back on... I could just do it on this character, actually. See how many badges we can scrape together before we wrap up stream for today. Today went fast. Timewalking really makes it fly by. I feel like we don't appreciate this form enough. Bald eagle in a Halloween costume.
We protect the Isles.
I love that this one's pretty close to the teleport, and it's not like the Mop Timewalking vendor where you have to go all the way to the Timeless Isle. I do not have a Timeless Isle teleport.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
Alright. Let's gather badges. 275 per character. The 2 Hazel named characters do not exist. They will not leave my list alone. They're not real, they can't hurt you. Yes, 4,167, and that's enough badges to get my transmog set. Whoa! Shadow Seared Druidic Garb. Shadow Flame Seared Druidic Garb.
Glory to all dragons.
Yeah, I'm on a druid. I'm gonna put it on this character. All this internet banking and 2-factor stuff is brutal on the elderly. My grandma called me in a wild panic because she can't pay her phone bill, and I can't help her because I don't live close enough. Oh, that's so stressful.
Oh, I have just the thing, Wanderer.
Yeah, I mean, it stresses me out, and I'm hopefully not elderly. Trying to log into anything. Ooh. Shadow Flame. Seared. Complete with carrots and bread. Did it not come with the helmet? No, I guess not. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, yeah. It's so big. I mean, I'm a Tauren too, so of course it's going to be a bit large. Look at these gloves. Look at the way that they float when she's dancing. Me in my kitchen. Do. The only character dance that you can actually do without needing to learn anything. Maybe I should buy it. Listen, it's only 4,000 time walking badges. At least I don't want money. Can almost hear the Cotton Eye Joe. Diving helmets and Taurens are the best. Fire effect matches your hair? A little bit, yeah. Alright, I gotta wrap up. This carnival for the day. I will be back tomorrow for probably more time walking because I still want the Keyblades. And I have, let's go count. Let's see how many more characters we have to do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20... 21 more characters. I don't know if we're gonna get through them all in this weekend, but we'll give it a whirl. Maybe I'll do the healers first. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll see if we can squeak the cats, jailbreak the cats a little bit. They're pretty much good. We'll see. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.